it's time to join Olamide Odekunle for Trending Now.
Good
Olamide,
morning, guys.
good
How are you
morning.
doing today?
Olamide, good morning.
Great.
To see all that. I mean, that story really touched me.
Every one of us, actually.
So sad, and I wish her a quick recovery.
Absolutely.
As usual here on TVC, if it's trending, we are talking about it, and our finger is constantly on the pulse. For our first story, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has filed a lawsuit against Bashir Ahmad, a former media aide to ex-President Muhammadu Buhari, over recent social media posts he described as libelous and damaging to his reputation. Now, Kanu, through his lead counsel, Aloy Ejimako, filed the suit at the Enugu State High Court on Tuesday, demanding 100 billion naira in damages. Additionally, he has given Ahmad a 42-day ultimatum to issue a public apology. Let's take a look at social media. 100 billion naira is not a tiny piece of money. Now, this is the tweet that actually caused Nnamdi Kanu to file this lawsuit in the first place. Bashir tweeted, "Anybody advocating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, a terrorist and the leader of the proscribed terrorist organization, IPOB, should be considered a sworn enemy of this country." Nnamdi Kanu did not find that funny, hence this lawsuit. One user in response to this whole issue said, Osasu says, "Let me make it clear, I am not a fan of Nnamdi Kanu, but if Boko Haram fighters can be let out of detention and rehabilitated, why is Kanu worse than them? Please tell us." Same Osasu also says, Osasu, you've got a lot to say today. He says, "Bashir, Boko Haram terrorists took up arms and kidnapped and murdered people, as well as destroying people's homes and livelihoods. Has Nnamdi Kanu used inflammatory language? Yes. Has he taken up arms and killed anyone? Not the last time I checked. Or do you know something that I don't?" Adewale says, "Have some sense, Bashir. You can't continue to detain him without a reasonable trial. If the federal government has a good case against him, let it be put forward. This is how a reasonable human being should think. Rule of law, as always, nobody should be above it." Chike comically says, "From prison, how you take see waiting Bashir post? Man is online every day." I do find that quite sinister that from prison, you know, he is still commenting on the affairs of the country. But we'll see how that plays out. In our next story, Nigerian rapper Darlington Okoye, popularly known as Speed Darlington, has regained his freedom after spending 2 months in Kuje prison. Now, his lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, announced the release in a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Tuesday. Speed Darlington was detained following accusations of defamation and cyberstalking related to comments that he made about his fellow artist, Burna Boy. Now, his incarceration has sparked widespread public outcry, and many Nigerians called for a fair trial and his release. Now, I don't know why Speed Darlington is trending, but my mandate here on Trending Now is to bring you what's trending, and you guys seem to be happy about this. This is Speed, as you can see, being released. King says, "Y'all better tape his mouth, otherwise he will be going back to prison in no distant time." It's clear that there's defamation cases all over the country right now. Everybody doesn't want any wahala. Burna Boy, you know, on the release of Speed Darlington, actually posted this on his Instagram, and it's clearly an indirect message at him. He said, "If you like, misbehave again, you go back to where you came from, and this time around, there will be no mercy. Hashtag don't mess with Odogu." Burna Boy, it's not your place to say. The police will decide who should be in prison and who should not. But we'll take another tweet right now. Ozo Ndi Ozo says, "For the very first time in his life, Speed Darlington looks mature, serious, responsible, and calm. Lots of positive traits in just a picture." Detention will do that to you. It'll humble you. Another user says, "Good for him, and he looks good." I think the fact that we love Speed Darlington so much is a testament to, I think, a level of escapism. We like to watch entertainment, and we like to see these characters trend online. And it's kind of like a national treasure, some might argue. But I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say, Veronica and Ibrahim, on these two stories I've just mentioned.
For Speed Darlington, not everyone loves Speed Darlington, so I wouldn't say everyone loves him, and we cannot categorically say that he's a national treasure, but he makes people laugh and happy. Yes, a national online
treasure.
You can give that to him, but I want to believe he has learned his lesson. With the way he was looking, the picture I saw, it looks to me that he's coming with
Yes, yes, calm down.
some lyrics to address Burna Boy, but he needs to learn his lessons and act maturely moving forward. He needs to really learn his lessons, because this is not good for his reputation. Absolutely. Going to the prisons. And Burna Boy has warned him already, so it's better for him to learn and learn quickly. Okay, so about learning, Darlington learning, people are saying that yes, probably because he's somewhat an underdog. Why is Burna Boy, harassing him, chasing him with police, incarceration and all of that? How about Burna Boy also arresting Cubana chief priest? After Burna Boy posted a video of him, of his Cubana's chief priest brother riding a vehicle because he gave him $30,000, and then Cubana chief priest called Burna Boy childish, and Burna Boy called him Azaman. So then I said, okay, go after him too. And I also saw some tweets where Cubana chief priest called him some names, and they said, go and arrest Cubana chief priest. You could arrest Darlington. So why not Cubana chief priest? So I do not know. Whatever the case may be, people always take sides, but whichever way. I don't think he's bullying. I don't think he's bullying. What is
no,
not
bullying,
but because that's what some people have termed
if you're angry
for him
that
not going after Cubana chief priest. We don't know what's in the offing for Cubana chief priest, so we cannot just conclude
I think that it's so interesting to see that both people in the political space and people in the entertainment space are not taking defamatory remarks very lightly. We've seen Nnamdi Kanu taking it seriously. We've seen Burna Boy, and so I think that every human being has a right to protect their image, however they see fit. But thank you guys so much for your input. As usual, I learn something new every day. In our next story, the wife of music icon Innocent Two-Face Idibia has sparked concerns among viewers of Netflix's reality series Young, Famous and African. Now, the show, which highlights Africa's rising stars in business, entertainment and influence, has brought attention to Annie's erratic behavior and emotional vulnerability, raising questions about her well-being and also her mental health. Now, in 2022, Annie's brother Wisdom did come out and accuse her of substance abuse, allegations she has strongly and vehemently denied. Adding to the public's concern, she revealed on the show's latest season that she suffered a miscarriage of twins during its first season. The world is watching with both concern and empathy as Annie Idibia navigates the challenges of fame and personal adversity. I'm so sorry for your loss, Annie. And I want you to know that no matter what is said right now in these following tweets, people do care about you. We did watch you growing up. You are, our African queen. The real Jane Doe says, I think she just has anxiety because of the cameras, which is ironic because she is or was an actress. I think the difference is now she's acting as herself, which she might just be overly conscious about. Social anxiety will have you acting outside of yourself. Keep the tweets coming, please. Another user, Mrs. C, says, yes, that scene was hard to watch. Something is wrong with her. I don't know if it's substance abuse or anxiety attack. Lungile says, she is on something. All that neck scratching and erratic behavior, she needs rehab. Unfortunately, this is very, very sad. Now, she hasn't come out to say anything, and because of our guidelines here, and to protect Annie, we're not going to post that video of her where she's being accused of substance abuse, but we will say that we wish you speedy healing. And it's a good show. Go check it out if you have time. It's boosting the young people out there, making us want to work harder and be on the show. In international news, as the new U.S. administration under President Donald Trump gears up for a sweeping crackdown on illegal immigration, India is reportedly preparing to deport thousands of its citizens who are living unlawfully in America. Now, according to reports, both governments have identified approximately 18,000 Indian nationals set for deportation, although sources are suggesting that the actual number could be much higher. India is said to be working behind the scenes to maintain a solid relationship with America, hoping to prevent potential economic tensions. However, with Trump's administration taking a firm stance on immigration, the fate of many undocumented Indian migrants remain uncertain. What does the world think of this? This is the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, with Trump. Ghost Rider says, we need people to come in legally and not abuse our system, where people in India are applying and want to follow these norms. But these 18,000 people are making it difficult for even them to come to America and live a better life. Keep the tweets coming, please. Interesting perspective. Joshua gives here, I love this tweet, he gives a wonderful analogy for the whole immigration issue and the birthright citizenship issue. He says, a guy breaks into your house. He sneaks his pregnant girlfriend in when you're away. She gives birth, and that child is now an equal heir to your home, just as your own children are. That's birthright citizenship for illegal immigrants, and it ends today. Thank you, Mr. President. Gives us some perspective. The one Sakal says, where will they fit them? India is already and always overcrowded. I completely agree. We'll take one more tweet, please. That's it for now. The Indian community is in America is deeply entrenched and enmeshed in the American community. They are doctors, they are lawyers, illegal or illegal, and so this is going to cause, a bit of tension. But I think it's commendable that the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, is trying to do the right thing here and work with Trump to bring his people back. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that. I find this story very interesting.
Well, for me, Trump sneezed and the world is already catching a cold. Well, it depends on the side of the fence that you belong for you to see whether he's doing the right thing or not. Talking about Narendra Modi right now. I think that the world is taking a lesson from Trump, seeing the need to address the matters of illegal migrants. So that whatever resource any country has, it could go around for its citizens, as against what we are seeing now. Even the UK is taking a step with regards to this. We've been talking about that since last year. So let's see how far this can go, if it's about the US maintaining a relationship with the US or not. But with regards to Annie Dibia, I think she needs to take a back seat and address some personal issues, leave the public eye for now so that she can have time to heal and address any other things she needs to address. I'll leave it at that.
Right. Regarding illegal immigrants in the United States, I'll start off by quoting what the Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Washington said, Reverend Marianne Edgar Budd, said, begging Donald Trump during the inaugural church service that he should please have a second thought on the immigrant, because they migrated to the United States for better life and they're paying taxes, they're helping them to clean the kitchen, helping them to do a lot of things and going about earning genuine living. But if Trump is adamant, if he's insistent on deporting people, it should start from his wife and the vice president's wife, Usha Vance, because they are also immigrants into the United States. So,
are they illegal?
So, well, both of Trump's wife, the ex-wife and the current wife, they were immigrants. So because some children, they are afraid now that, well, they might be losing their parents because some of them might be, repatriated or thrown out of the country, deported out of the country. So they just have to have a second thought anyway.
All right. I think this is where we'll have to leave the whole conversation because there's a lot to talk about with regards to this. But thank you, Olamide, for
thank you guys so much
for all of those stories that you brought to us. Yeah. This is where we'll have to draw the curtains on